With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Pulls it in at the 13. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And taken down just shy of the 40.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun. Bledsoe. Again, it's Johnson. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson, 34 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now on 1st down. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. Jones has it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On play action, it's Rodgers. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On the run, it's Campbell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be faced.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, Murray. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go with Murray again. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. A nice little juke. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. DeMarco Murray. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. From the 35 on second down, Rodgers fights him off. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22.
Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. For the catch made by Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 3rd down, Bledsoe. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Rod Woodson. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Earl Campbell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And down he'll go at the 25. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Murray, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Yard line, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And his throw here is incomplete. Michael Irvin, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. Dancing. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Curse able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be fourth down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And Sanders now to return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 56 yards. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw. Bledsoe rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Time to ground it out now with Murray. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D. How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 60 yards. Rodgers to throw. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.